Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and welcome back to Dungeon of the Endless. I hope you read my message warning you that I will be late with this videocast by one day. I was extremely busy, but fortunately those days of business are now gone and I am capable of recording videos back at my normal schedule, which is one videocast every second day. I cannot do anything more frequent than that anyway, so yeah, I mean that's good enough I guess anyway, since those videos are quite long. Anyway, let's not talk about that, let's talk Endless. Dungeon of the Endless, I mean, sorry. So I did a few things off camera, nothing major, I just picked up some dust, repaired some turrets, this kind of stuff. I did level up Sarah off camera. I'm sorry I forgot that you'd probably prefer to see that, but you know, it's just a cool animation, you didn't miss much. Some, but not much. She gains a passive skill, which is Duelist, which is not a very good... Hey. Strange. Anyway, I was surprised by the mouse icon staying at the open thingy, but whatever. Duelist is... It sounds cool, except it isn't. I mean, this lowers her attack cooldown when she's targeted by only one mob. So in theory it's awesome. I mean, this makes her just have so much more DPS. In practice, however, your hero is either targeted by no mobs because he's fighting no mobs, or he's targeted by a billion mobs. So, I hardly see that as a worthwhile skill, but then again it's fine because this DPS is not why I love Sarah so much, it's mostly her speed. Although sometimes I guess it does need to come into play. I haven't seen this come into play as of yet, but maybe we will. So there is that, and I think we're ready to open some more doors. So let's keep exploring. I think I want to discover the furthest areas from my starting location as soon as possible. So I'm going to open this door, because it seems like it's the furthest door I can open from my crystal to this point. I mean, it is not that far away if we consider the fact that there's probably just one room over here, but it's still fairly far away. And I don't think I missed any other doors. No, that's a dead end right there. So I can freely open this door and see what is behind it. Hopefully a dead end, but obviously there was not. So again, some dust, a bunch of enemies spawned. I think I can take them actually, maybe. I mean, yeah, looks actually like an easy fight, yeah. Maxoken doesn't have a ton of DPS as you can see, but he's got more than enough to just dispatch a bunch of random mobs. He's got very low rate of firing, now that I think about it. Then again, when he does fire, he fires big, so I think he will handle the last cripple. And meanwhile, I can send this guy to finish off the one creep that escaped me. It's somewhere in here, it's probably reaching this point right now. Yep, that was quick. I didn't need to send all people in there anyway, but I did, so yeah. Okay then. Maxoken did a fine job, there's nothing in this room, just a major module that I'll never ever be able to operate. So let's continue exploring and see what we have. Man, I was really hoping for that end, but there was none, unfortunately. So we've got 4 waves, that's kind of bad. I mean, the worst you can get is 5, so it could be worse, but yeah. So all of them spawn in a road that I'll have to take with Max in order to get back to my areas. Per se, by areas I mean areas that are controlled by me. So I think I'm gonna use this runaway ability to get here ASAP. And I'm also going to send all my heroes to this room as well, just because there's a lot of people right there. And this guy, oh, he's so going to die. So anyway, what the? Okay, I guess he's got a lot of defense. So yeah, Maxoken made it quite easily, and I think all people need to heal because those guys are really targeting him away like crazy. Yeah, you just stay there and don't do anything because you are really squishy as it turns out. But as for the rest of my heroes, they are doing splendidly, amazingly enough. What on earth do they just say? I do not know. So anyway, a few more enemies are still coming and now they are all dead. Not a very big issue as you can obviously tell. Everybody is killed and I can just fully put all my heroes back in their original spots without any problems or issues or anything of the sort. I did gain a guard uniform. Do I care about that? Not at all. I'm pretty certain that all my heroes have some kind of guard area thingies anyway, and the worst thing I have is guard uniform, so I can sub guard uniform for guard uniform. I'm just double checking if they are indeed the same, because if items have the same name, it doesn't mean that they're necessarily the same. If they, for example, this guard uniform could have a purple background, this would mean that I think it's better than a guard uniform with a green background, but they both have the same background, so they have to be the same. I think that if the color is identical, then the stats are also identical. It could be wrong, however, I never really looked at it, I'll be honest. So, let's keep exploring. Not a dead end, seriously! This is getting ridiculous. Okay, more enemies. Yeah, you can go back. That's strange. This guy is really lagging behind for some reason. Strange, what is he doing? He's kinda like... Sidestep or something. Okay, Sarah, you are very fast. You can head over here as well, just to make it faster. Why are you so strange when you walk through doors? Yeah, he's just kind of stopping every time he walks through a door. Really, really strange. So anyway, this guy can hold the fort for now. Now let's retreat and let Sarah do the job because she's kind of awesome. And now everybody is here, so we should be able to dispatch the enemies very easily and very quickly. So there's that, everybody's dead, let's retreat where we should go. Really, at this point when we have such a major advantage in a dungeon, by which I mean all of the enemies always spawn in from one... No, let's try and say this again because I failed completely. All our enemies can only spawn in from one direction and they come on... And they can only walk through one direction. OMG, my English is so bad today. So they have to go through this area, and thus they're very vulnerable to any turrets we've got over there. So there's basically no way we can lose this unless something really bad happens. Which is good. Finally at the end, hopefully this will not be an exit. Nope, just some extra industry. I'll never say no to industry. For waves, I think, well, I could use runaway ability. I think, in fact, I will, just in case. Sarah can get here because she's quick. This guy can get over here as well. Tiny, why bother, honestly? There's no way those enemies will be a problem for me, ever. So yeah, let's make sure that Sarah is here, Maxukan is here as well. With his sprint away ability, it feels like he's almost as fast as Sarah, because she's kind of fast, isn't she? She is also kind of taking quite a bit of damage, so yeah, run away. I maybe should have killed her and not have taken such a stupid risk of her dying, because she did go very low on her health. But I thought that, nah, she's so fast she can take it, so yeah, I wasn't really terribly afraid. We still haven't discovered a merchant, by the way, which is fairly unlucky. I mean, you would think that you should find a merchant by now, but apparently we didn't find any. So let's move Sarah back over here. Let's level her up as well, just because, you know, extra stats is cool. Especially since this extra stats includes speed, which is already amazing, and I want it to be even more amazing. And... oh wow, have I never... Huh, I think I never leveled Sarah up to level 5. Because I don't recognize this ability. Okay. Engage total mode. Extra defense and loses a bunch of speed. Oh, that's lame. Game devs, really? She's not the kind of hero that needs a turtle mode. The best thing about Sarah is her speed. Why would I want to lower her speed and increase her defense? Sure, this might be useful-ish if she's making a desperate defense in the crystal room, but if that happens, she should just die. No offense, Sarah, you're still my favorite hero. But honestly, though, I would much prefer to see something that, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Basically, something that... what am I trying to say? I don't even know. Something that has an emphasis on both her speed and DPS, or something that allows you to... I have no clue what I'm trying to say. Today is a really weird day. I guess it has been a while since I recorded my last videocast, but then again, it has been only 3 days, hasn't it? So it's not that bad, is it? So, I have no idea why I'm so stuttery today. I guess I shouldn't make this videocast too long, because apparently I'm doing quite poorly. But hey, everybody has their worst days, and for better or for worse, we are going to get through this together, and it's going to be awesome. More enemies, not a very big problem. Yeah, I'm gonna send Sarah over here just to make it faster. Yeah, hurry up, lady. Meanwhile, Max is doing fine, although I don't want him to take too much damage. He's still doing the strange backwalk in a room. So Sarah is here. She's just having a jelly all the time, killing some mobs. Now the duelist should walk, which doesn't really matter all that much. I really want to explore with Sarah. I think I've expressed this time and time again, but it's really just better to explore with Max, because he can find me more dust. Then again, I have been unable to find merchants for the last 2 floors, so if I don't find him again, maybe I'll just say F you to Max and just never care about dust ever again. But no, I really should care about dust. So, under the room, maybe there will be a merchant in here. Nope, just food. I mean, delicious steak is good enough, if it's a steak indeed. No enemies spawned either, which is kind of surprising, I have to say. We've got a bajillion industry that I could do something with, but I'd rather just save it. Decent amount of food, but not enough to level her up, and still, actually, that is enough to level her up, but still have enough for quite a few heals. So, let's do just that. And what does she get? Neurostun Light, which decreases the speed of mobs in a room, which is nice. It is really nice indeed. It basically helps. Actually, I wonder, do passive skills work on a crystal carrier? Because if that's the case, then she's an even better crystal carrier now than she was before. Because if this Neurostun Light walks even when she's carrying a crystal, this means that it is basically impossible for melee mobs to catch up to her. Because, first of all, she is still very fast, even when carrying a crystal. Secondly, she can also now lower the speed of mobs. which basically makes it impossible for them to catch her. I imagine, I don't think it's that big of a decrease in speed, but it's still something, so I really like this idea. Way better than this turtle mod BS. So let's continue exploring, why not? See what is in this room, nothing major. Maybe a merchant, finally! Took you forever, buddy. Why did it take you so long? Anyway, let's see what else we have. A radio, that's an interesting item. Sonic gun, fire pick, lucky rabbit's foot. I'll definitely buy rabbit. Not rabbit. I mean, English! Why are you failing me today? I was trying to say I'm definitely going to buy fire pick, and probably, in fact, definitely going to buy lucky rabbit's foot. Radio I probably will buy as well, just because it does lower UHP, but increasing attack power is cool in my opinion. I'll probably give it to somebody like Max, because I want to stand back with him anyway. Sonic gun I don't need because I have one already. What I can do is, before I forget, I can sell my useless junk and gain a bit more dust this way. Just because, you know, why not? I can also buy an additional room with this. So there's a slight problem. I do need to defend the merchant. As in, I really do have to defend the merchant. He is very valuable for me. I could start buying items right now, and I probably do not even need all those rooms to be piled. I could just sacrifice the dust. But since my heroes are so effing powerful, I think I am just going to defend him in the end. At the expense of less food per turn. Actually, You know what, I've got 2 heroes at level 6, 2 heroes at level 5. Do I really need more food that desperately? I don't think so. I really do not. I'll just leave on people to do his work. Actually, he doesn't need to be working on industry. Let's just make him work on food. And everybody else is going to stay in this room and make sure that this merchant is safe. Those guys should easily do their job. They are fairly leveled up after all. If anything goes poorly, I can retreat them very easily as well. So I have no problems with that. Let's continue exploring and see what I find. Another room. Okay, let's see what there is inside. More enemies. Not a big problem. Let's just kill everybody that is coming through this door because my heroes are amazing. It really does feel like my English is bad today. As in worse than usual, doesn't it? Maybe it's because... no, I still don't know why. Anyway, let's retreat back to this room where we are defending. A battle wave spawned, 4 of them. And yeah, some of them are going to go through here, which is not a problem. I should probably put a pivot over there just to make sure that nothing bad happens to the crystal room. Power this room up as well. Some crystals are trying to be smart about this, but there's no way those enemies can get even, you know, 2 people, so that's not a big problem. And those enemies, those heroes are just marrying everything that comes through this door, because, yeah, it takes a while for the enemies to get to this area, and because those enemies have various speeds, they arrive at different times, which means that I just have to kill them one by one instead of fighting all of them as a giant, you know, whole unified group. So, in general, what I'm trying to say is that the enemies have no chance against me over here. Okay, so there is just a dead end over there, that's good. I did find a dead end over there, so I think we are about to end this dungeon, which is nice. Because, oh wait, there are also doors up there, I forgot about that. Okay, so first of all, dear people, go over here, pick up this dust, because why not? Dust picked up, why not repair this thing as well? Power up some more rooms, so that when I do need to escape, I have an easier route back to my base, so there's that. And I think I now need to start opening those areas, but at the same time I do want to protect the merchant. How much dust can I afford to spend, actually? Well, since I'm powering most of my way to a room where the exit will be, because it will be either here or somewhere there, and I don't think that there's a very big amount of rooms beyond this door, I think I can spend quite a bit of dust on this merchant. So maybe I'll just buy what he offers right now. I'll set Sarah to do the talking, because she's basically the best person to talk. I don't know why I say this, I just do. So lucky rabbit's foot, do I care about that? Well, yes I do, so I'm gonna buy that. So that's 14 dust, no problem. Yep, let's unpower this thing. You know what I should do? I should unpower everything that I don't need to have powered. So that's you should probably be powered as well, and you should as well. Everything else can stay unpowered. Let's make sure that those rooms are powered in. This thing doesn't need to be powered or desperately either. So there's that, okay. So now we know roughly how much just I can spend on this merchant without being horribly afraid that I'm doing a big mistake. So, what is the most important thing aside from the rabbit thingy? Radio is pretty cool, so I'm gonna buy that. And the flower pick is going to be a buy as well. And that's all he's got. Yeah, and we still have quite a bit of dust left, so yeah, we can just now let this guy die. Sorry, merchant, you're no longer useful for me. So, first of all, radio. Who do I want to give that to? Well, as I said, I'm probably going to give it to Max O'Kane. because he doesn't care about health all that much, and now he's got a very big DPS. I mean, the one problem with Max O'Kane is that his attack cooldown is apparently quite slow for some reason, even though it shouldn't be, but it is. But you know, those kind of things happen. Now, you say you have a fire pick instead of a toothpick. Oh yeah. So there's that, and Lucky Rabbit's food, so this goes to Opibot as well, because it increases his wheat, which should mean that I'll gain just one more food from him operating a major module, which is, you know, one extra wheat, I mean one more thingy added to my treasure, which is nice, I mean, I could give it to Tiny, so that he's actually decent-ish at operating things. It would also increase his HP max by a bit, but it's only a bit, and Opibot could use some extra health, so I'm gonna leave him with Rabbit's food, so there's that. I'm also going to sell this toothpick because I don't need it at all. And let's position my heroes all in this room, because this is where I will probably have to fight. And not probably, definitely. So there's that. I do want to power this room just to not have to worry about it at all. I'm gonna power this thing as well. And probably power, why not power this room as well, just cause. I don't really need to worry about anything, because on this stage, I'm pretty certain I won the game anyway. So there's that. And sorry, you're fast, you operate this module. Tiny, you operate this module, and you just open this door and see what is beyond. And hopefully the exit, but knowing my luck, it will not. Never mind, there it is. There's the exit. Exactly as I was hoping. It was all part of a grand plan. Thank you, Isle. Thank you so much. So the exit is right there. We have no problems reaching it whatsoever. No matter what happens, I'll get to it without any problems whatsoever. So now all there is to do is just to continue exploring, just to gain a little bit of extra food and industry for the next floor, because level 4 is quite a bit more difficult than level 3 is, as you might expect. So yeah. So there we go, another room open with nothing special in it. Some waves spawned, 4 of them, not a very big deal. Another soul taker? Or did I have one already? No, I didn't, that's pretty good, so you go over there. I think my merchant is being killed. Yep, he just died. Oh, too bad for him, I guess. And actually, hold on a second, that's quite a few enemies heading my way. So I don't want them to get to this room, so let's just walk over there. And Sarah will be fairly quick at this as well. So let's move my heroes over here, and they should be able to defend this room with not relative ease, but just with ease. This will not be a problem whatsoever. And I love it when the enemies are just going through, and I am going to show my heavy defense module. Oh, I care so much. No, I do not. Look at my industry. I was just kidding. So there we go. Max is completely safe, because as you can see, he's standing on the far side of the room, so melee enemies, in order to attack him, have to go in there. And I could save those thingies. I don't care on those, honestly. So my melee heroes disallowed the enemy's melee units to just attack Max, which is fine by me. So there we go, everybody's going to die right now, which is cool. You go over there, operate this thing. Sarah, you just pick up whatever you can pick up. Max, you go to over here, and Tiny, you make sure nobody spawns in this room. So there's that. Sarah, how are you doing? Did you... Oh yeah, there's nothing to repair. I guess I should maybe actually put some defenses in there now. I don't feel like I need it though. My heroes are amazing, and I don't really need those defenses to be there in order to be amazing. So I don't think it's a necessity. So let's keep exploring. Hopefully only 2 rooms left to explore before we end this floor. But nope. I guess I wasn't lucky enough. So there are some enemies. Hopefully no waves are going to spawn, and they didn't spawn indeed, which is good enough for me. Let's explore this room as well. And that was a mistake, I should have explored this room first, but it's not a big mistake. My heroes are so leveled up, I don't really care all that much. Pea shooter added, that's a fairly bad weapon, so I don't really care about it all that much. You guys walk over here. Tiny can stay where he is. Right now I don't think I will need him. Actually, no, quite a few enemies spawn, so let's do that. Let's double check. Pea shooter is worse than Sonic Gun, isn't it? Yeah, it's quite a bit worse. 19 attack plan, that's nothing compared to this bad boy, so yeah. And I've got a bit more deaths because of killing enemies, which is nice. I can power this room. I might actually make some defenses in it just for the sake of it. I mean, I've got so much industry, why not? So yeah, I actually don't want to go there. Actually, why not? Go there anyway. So some extra crystal guys are heading this way. Not a very big problem. I could create some defenses over here. I'm kind of tempted to, just to save the time. You know what, why not? I'm not going to create anything expensive though, because I'm too cheap for that, but hey, Max, stop walking there, I don't want you to... Sometimes those guys, sometimes whatever. Everybody is killed because my heroes just healed up, which is nice. You go over where you need to go, operate the modules, all the good stuff. Hopefully we're going to end this floor right now, because I'm really eager to go to floor 4. I'm really eager to have a challenge again, because this room, this floor, right now is no longer a challenge. We have beaten it, as simple as that. So, let's see there. Oh, I forgot to walk tiny into an empty room. Whatever. So enemies spawned in there, not a very big deal. One wave spawned over here, but hey, Max, can you stop being stuck? Thank you very much. Let's use his ability. Why not? Maybe it will be useful. Maybe not. It was most definitely not useful at all. So how about that? Are there enemies, any enemies that I should be concerned with? A few of them are coming this way, not a very big deal. I could save this module. Again, I don't really care at all. So you guys do what you do. You sit over there. While you're Maxi, go over there and hopefully open the last door. Meanwhile, I just cleared the room. I mean the last wave, which is nice. So let's operate our major modules again and open the last door. I say the last door, hopefully the last door, and indeed this was the last door, which makes me rather happy. Any enemies going to spawn? Well, obviously they are going to spawn, but that's not a very big issue after all. So you go over there, Tiny. Actually, no, you go over there. You go over there. As for Sarah, you help. So people defend whatever I need to defend, or want to defend for that matter. It's very strange because in this video, as you can you see how the enemies are sort of stuck in doorways? Enemies and heroes alike. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the recent patch. There was a patch not too long ago, so I guess this might be it. So right now I'm just dispatching the last enemies, and we're going to carry the crystal to the next floor, and we'll end this video as well. Not the most exciting one, not the longest one either, but I like to end this video after entering the next floor. And besides, as you've seen, I'm not doing all that hard today in terms of my English, so you know, let's not prolong something that doesn't need to be prolonged. So Sarah's going to carry the crystal, but before we do anything of the sort, I want to gain as much food and industry as I can from opening doors. So, Tiny, please open this door for me. I'm making him do this because he's got the least wit, so I'm not losing too much by making him open the door. And I actually have so much food I can level up my heroes. I forgot to do that. So I've got still 2 level 5s, so let's run them up. I can level both of them up. So, can I do anything with prison uniform, by the way? 4 defense is not an amazing. Do I like it better than guard uniform though? It doesn't lower my speed, but at the same time, Tiny doesn't really need speed, so I'm fine with not losing this when I enter the next floor. I really am. So I'm gonna level up on people just because it gives him extra wit. I'm not sure if this will actually make him produce me more stuff, but you know, let's check it. No, it doesn't happen this way, but it does give him the recycling ability. So that's extra industry from killing mobs, which is, it sounds amazing, but it's not. By the time you get this ability, you usually do not really need this industry all that much. I mean, look at the amount of industry I have. Of course, if you were to rush level 6 on all people, this would be better, but even then, it's not the ability that is exactly jaw-dropping by my standards, if you know what I'm trying to say. It is interesting one though, I have to give it that. Okay, so there we go, we got everything we can out of those rooms. So let's unpower the rooms that we do not need to have powered. Actually, just unpower a few of those. Unpower this thing and this thing. So there's that, so we can power the nearby rooms that are more likely to be attacked on our way to the crystal chamber. No need to make any defenses, we'll get in there within a second, but let's just position our dudes in a defensive formation just cause. Tiny stays here, our people stays there, and Sarah is going to carry our crystal, no problemo, this is going to be a very easy win. And yeah, oh no, enemy wave spawned, and we've won. Yep, OP hacks! No hacks, it is kind of OP, but it's just, you know, I wouldn't call it power gaming, it's just being not down about this whole get crystal to the exit thing. It's mostly thanks to Ale, so Io, or whatever your name is supposed to be pronounced, I'm sorry, I never know. So there we go, we've reached level 4, the infamous level 4, which is the last level of the alpha. We need to beat that and then be awesome. As simple as that, but this is enough for me. We've got a ton of industry, quite a lot of food as well. Nothing can possibly stop us now, except for my own incompetence, if it does happen to interfere, and a huge amount of powerful enemy mobs, which also can happen. But either way, thank you very much for watching. If you like this videocast, please consider leaving it a like. Maybe leave a comment as well. Actually, please do leave a comment, I like them a lot. Feel free to follow my Twitter if you want to chat with me, and all this good stuff. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you online.